operator ban phase, that is. So let's take a look as Rogue is going to be starting out on defense. LeStream will be on the attack here for Clubhouse.
All right, so the very first ban is going to be Rogue. They're going to strike first. Let's see who they're going to pick. Wonder if it's going to be a meta ban or, oh, it's going to be IQ. It's pretty interesting.
So that's another team now that's doing an IQ ban as well.
You and Sam were talking about that.
Yeah, Team 1 was doing it quite a bit. And this, I think the discussion from Sam's point of view was mainly to counter out things like Valkyrie cams and whatnot. Really? So or rather to allow, I guess you could say, Valkyrie cams to be a lot more prevalent. So that may, again, be the same reasoning as to why we see it banned out there as well by the Rogue guys this time around. Maverick's going to be the second ban.
Obvious ban.
Clubhouse makes pretty much perfect sense for those who aren't aware. There's a site, Cache and CCTV, along with, to some extent, Bedroom as well, the two upstairs sites that can make heavy use of Maverick if you're able to get him into the pool there. So he's pretty accurately banned out. The IQ ban, though, gets kind of countered with the Valkyrie ban, so both are canceling each other out now.
So now you're going to have to question, with Valkyrie being banned along with IQ, the only person that IQ is really amazing against is going to be Echo. But it's going to be Maestro that they're going to ban. So Rogue banning one of the heavy gunners as a defensive operator. Yeah,
and that's Rogue, again, playing into the fact that Valkyrie gets banned out. So it's like, okay, I guess we're going to leave Echo in the pool now.
That's going to be OP now. So you guys are going to have to realize, with Echo being a play with no immediate counter other than Thatcher, first you're going to have to locate the Yokai drone in order to do that. But Echo is going to be ridiculous on defense now.
Yeah.
Especially down in Church. It's going to be insane.
And look where we go first, right? We go right to the Church. We have that Echo pick locked in pretty much immediately from Shuttle. So they're going to go right for that kind of a playstyle at the start. And it's going to be tough here for LeStream to try and get past that, especially if the guys from Rogue are able to do a really good job with roaming to delay the actual push. If this ends up being, you know, a rush, like 20, 30-second execute from LeStream, Rogue should have control over it easily, assuming we have good Yokai drone positioning.
I mean, it's pretty odd when you ban Maestro instead of Echo, especially considering that IQ has been banned. Yes, Valkyrie's been taken out of play as well, but ever since the second Yokai drone was added to the Echo operator, he's become pretty strong when it comes to defending sites with the plant denial and everything else. Disorienting vision, you have not just one, but two of them. But going into Church and Arsenal, you're going to have to be aware of Kitchen, also Blue, and construction tunnel. So, Rogue, they're going to be the first ones on defense right now. LeStream, they're going to show us what they're about on attack. All eyes are going to be on Corey. He's going to be the new guy, the latest pickup for LeStream.
And we'll see how well Corey's able to fare in this matchup. Like I said before, LeStream have come into this tournament, for me, is one of the clear favorites when you look at reputations and when you look at stats. They should have had a relatively easy path through into the finals, where, of course, they don't have to go for the Raleigh spot, but there's still the $30,000 in first place in the line with them, and the LAN experience of just being able to scrim against more international competition in preparation for events like Raleigh and the Pro League finals, and, of course, things like Pro League itself. But it hasn't necessarily been the easiest time. It's a good start, though, from Hicks. We also saw, by the way, yesterday when we did get to watch LeStream, it was on this map, and it's a pretty creative play. So when we get to the defensive side, we'll want to pay attention to Hicks once again to see if he brings stuff like that to the table, most notably on operators like Kaid.
Jaeger's going to be taken out of play. That's going to be Vertical, the roaming player here on Rogue. But also, in regards to Rogue being 3-0 right now, you take a look at teams like Secret, and you question, hey, are they that different on LAN compared to online? Whenever these two teams play on LAN, they excel. They're amazing. Maybe they love that fresh environment to where they're able to look over and see the team across home. But here goes another engagement. Corey is going to take down Eclipse, but he's sitting at just about 1 HP.
Corey just barely winning that engagement. He is going to try to isolate out the mirror that's sitting on the other side, but I think the wall's covering the way too much. There's not going to be an opportunity to get it. Pretty sure there's a hard reinforced wall there too that's going to be blocking the path with a skeleton key and prevent him from opening it up. And meanwhile, we still have the members of Rogue holding that top hatch and trying to prevent it from being breached. Corey, of course, having to be very careful about how he proceeds here, just opening up a path for his team to play into, but the problem is easily lurking around the corner is going to be able to spot that on the smoke, picking him off with the SMG-11.
Utilizing Buck, he pretty much made himself vulnerable, thinking that it was going to work the other way around as he was taken out. So Pulse and Jaeger taken out for Rogue, but also Buck. It's not going to be anything for LeStream Esport, which is going to be pretty much, it's going to be rough trying to get down that hatch in Kitchen because he's viable, especially with his frag grenade and cleaning things out. But easily, he's going to get the double kill, one with the SMG and the other with a shotgun on Aces.
He's doing massive work. That was from main stairs, if I remember correctly, too. But Hicks is going to try to push back in. Ultimately, it won't matter, though. Shuttle and Slash pick up the last 2 kills, and that's Rogue claiming round number 1 here on the defense.
Now, you would think that LeStream would be pretty comfortable.
I'm going to sit on the drone. I'm going to sit on the drone. You watch the window.
I want to hear more of it. I want to hear more. Please, that was such a tease. But LeStream, they look pretty good in the beginning with an early frag on the roaming vertical. But then after that?
No, you're still Jaeger for this one. You're still Jaeger for
Definitely will try to listen into the teams when they talk, of
right.
course, if you're wondering why we're randomly being quiet. But as we get ourselves closer to the next round here now, we are going to be keeping a close eye on if this kind of success continues for Rogue, because Measley got away with a whole lot that he shouldn't have been able to do right there. Most notably, it was actually really smart for Measley because he noticed that the crawl hole had been opened in the side hallway by the Bucks. He was like, okay, they're definitely going to try and push main stairs. I think he made a move at that point, went over to stairs and played close up with it, and that's how he picked up the additional 2 kills.
And he challenged that play, knowing that Corey was going to be prone, utilizing Bug Skeleton Keys. So getting a 3K that round, he definitely switched things around for Rogue. LeStream, whenever you're up like that, you take 2 players out immediately, you're going to have to want to keep that upper hand. That's when execution comes into play.
Of course, Slash going to be re-securing, most notably, some of the windows over here by Stock, just to make the process a little bit more difficult for these guys to get inside. I believe with the defensive victory downstairs, they've gone over towards Cash Room, and this would align pretty well with the reinforcements they're putting up right now. So we're following the usual trend as LeStream gets themselves out onto the board for their second attacking round this time.
And this is exactly why Maverick was banned, because the whole bandit tricking thing has to happen in order to get into CCTV. Maverick makes that so much easier because there's no counter to his blowtorch. So by banning him, the bandit tricking is going to mean so much more. That's when the Capital and the Thatcher both have to come into play to help out Alfama. They're on LeStream Esport. There's
a bit of a meta change up now, though, because there's such a heavy focus on banning out, IQ and Valkyrie with that kind of meta shift that's happened here. That's ended up leaving operators like Thatcher in the pool, who would have, in recent weeks, usually been banned here to make taking this site even more difficult. So while the bans that we saw placed in the actual match favored Rogue, and obviously LeStream when they get on the fence in sites like the basement, it's not going to give you as much of an advantage up here, and will make it a lot easier for the attackers to get those sidewalls open right next to the site.
Rise is going to be the first victim to Rogue. Eclipse able to get the headshot on him. Taking out the Capital player, which is going to be absolutely huge when it comes to clearing out sites. Pre-firing through the soft wall. Hicks isn't able to connect on the player. But if he moves up closer, he might be able to see the end of that shotgun as that player is going to momentarily retreat back. But he has no idea. That's straight to his left. 2 players.
There's so many angles, 6 to worry about right here.
He wants to shoot that mirror canister, but he doesn't want to give away his position just yet.
Eclipse waiting in the wings, and there you go. Hicks walks right into his crosshairs. An easy punish. This is a really aggressive play, by the way, from Rogue going for the aggressive stocks hold again. It's working out. Oh, no, never mind. Alfama and Aces trade them both out inside of stocks, and away goes that defensive setup. This is the problem with playing this aggressive. All of a sudden, you've lost 2 players. You've got an even trade. Yes, you've got a little bit of info to play off of now, but still, you've lost your man advantage, and now your site is left a lot less defended as a result of it.
Yeah, both of the roamers peeked out at the same time to try to get a kill, and next thing you know, both of them died on Rogue. So that's going to even the odds for LeStream Esports. Moving it slowly, you have Alfama working along with Habana right now. You hear the X-Kairos going off. Try to open up some sites to get into the site. We have 50 seconds left. Let's see how LeStream is going to go ahead and attack.
Just the roof hatch, just let them inside into master bedroom. They've got their third teammate sitting directly below them on main stairs, also waiting for an opportunity to push back in. They've got to go for a relatively clear of construction, and thankfully for LeStream, there's not much resistance here, but you do see the sidewall leading in from construction. Aces is actually going to try to go for a quick move after the X-Kairos detonate, assuming someone might rotate through the door, is looking to catch that, but it's not going to happen, at least as far as this point is concerned. Alfama, in the meanwhile, is hunting for a frag. He's got to be careful on that ACOG, though. That side scope could cover off the left side with the angle he's currently taking. And you can see that mirror window. Someone is going to be hiding behind that. Time's incredibly low, though. They need to make a push soon. Aces tries to go for a window hop, and it does not play out. The same problem for Corey and Alfama. And Rogue still hold it in the 3v3 decisively to shut down the next round.
No matter what the numbers are, and this goes back to round number 1 as well, taking a look at the make of Rogue, it's kind of similar to reciprocity, how you have 5 players on the team that can really slay out at any given time. So you really can't count them out depending on what situation they're in. LeStream, they tried to make a play 1 by 1. As you saw, Aces was going to be the first one to fall, along with Alfama right behind him. They had really nothing to do, but the mirror play was the reason why they hesitated. They were unable to get into cash because they didn't know what was waiting behind that mirror window. You peek in close enough, you would have a player peek in from CCTV to take you out, or maybe stairs. So Rogue played that absolutely perfect.
Really good stuff from Rogue, and again, it's showing that consistency that's, to be honest, kind of come out of nowhere, at least with regards to this LAN. Like you said, you look at kind of like their online results and whatnot, and what's been happening in recent months, and it
doesn't even matter.
It hasn't looked that great, but yeah, like I said, it doesn't even matter. You kind of have to throw history away when it comes to the LAN, at least with regards to individual play and things like that, and just overall results, because this is looking really solid for Rogue right now.
Maybe Sam knew something that I didn't, because he said it commanding that Rogue was going to win this quite easily. So right now, they're sitting at a 2-0. We've seen teams come back from worse. Can that consistency from LAN kick in right here, right now? That's going to be the major question. In this prep phase, we're going to see the same site being used after a stronghold over in Cash. I think that Rogue can have... Oh, excuse me, not the same site. We're going to Jimmy's better room, sorry. But with a stronghold in Cash, we know that Rogue knows how to maneuver around that area. So that's going to block off that side of the map. Let's see what LeStream can do over on balcony.
You still have reinforcements coming in over by Cash Room as well, because Rogue is going to want to try and play to defend Cash Room, probably with roaming presence a little bit here, as that is going to limit the time it takes LeStream to get to the actual site. We talked about how it's going to be a big factor in this match, especially with operators like Echo being left in the pool. Although again, we haven't seen Echo used that much. We could see Rise though getting dropped right at the start of the round again, vertical, taking up good position and able to isolate him out as he tries to pierce through the wall there, giving Rogue, again, that early 5v4 advantage.
Vertical was the latest pickup for Rogue back last time they made a team change, and the last time they played on LAN, they won first place at the U.S. Nationals back in December. So Rogue being on LAN once again, they're looking to go back to those winning ways. The inconsistency you saw online, they want to throw that out the way, but going into a 2-minute and 15-second mark, still earlier on in the game here, some gunfire going off, but not too much damage is being taken on either side right now. But the Capital being out is going to be a huge blow, so Rise is going to have to work some cameras to help his teammates from the breakdown.
Let's see, of course, how the members of LeStream are going to look to try and come back from a 4v5 yet again. We've got Hicks sitting on the outside at the balcony right now, just trying to play and buy this time. You can see Alfama sitting right below him. They were able to get through the wall relatively easily, as one was actually left soft from the looks of things.
That's pretty odd, because you usually see both of those walls.
It's either soft or it just kind of exploded weird, but it looks soft. It looks soft, and I didn't hear an explosion at any point, so.
Right, so looking in the gym for it. Trying to create some type of line of sight, looking in the bedroom as well, but he's not going to see anybody because both of those sites are currently empty. But you're going to have two players, including Mira, in that bathroom. That's going to be Shuttle. A slash hug takes Hicks down.
That's diffused down, I believe, for a moment as well. Easily able to isolate out Corey. You can see they're trying to go for a flank and through construction. They'll be able to trade out onto Easily, of course. But they still have to try and work their way over into logistics to get control here and have a good pinch onto the site. Alfama making good progress right now, but it falls short. Always against the Legion, of course, and he's going to follow it up. It's Eclipse manning it with another kill against Aces to close out the round. Great stuff from Rogue.
Let me get this right. He caught Eclipse with his pants down as he's throwing out a goo mine. He's pre-firing, chasing him around the corner. He comes around and gets the 2K. That can't happen. You cannot let that happen. You're going to have to do better than that. So Rogue is currently on fire, and they're feeling confident in every type of gunfight. If you fail altercations like that, it doesn't look too good if you're on the street.
It does not look too good at all, and it's playing into that narrative as we actually have some special guests in the house right here. These are Slash Hug's parents who have come to support him, so welcome, guys. Hope you're enjoying the show.
All right, get a nice clap from the crowd.
There you go, wave to the crowd.
So,
hope you guys are enjoying your time.
I actually spoke to Mrs. Slash Hug, and I said, hey, so give me some predictions. How do you think this game is going to go down? And she was so sweet and so humble. She was like, they're just going to win. She didn't want to hurt nobody's feelings. It was the sweetest thing. But I love the fact that she came out to support her son at this minor. Well, their major minor.
Yeah, the major minor, I think is what we're going to be calling it. And right now, Rogue have themselves a pretty major lead against LeStream, especially when you consider how the rounds have played out so far. It hasn't really looked like Rogue has lost the plot at any point. They've had a really solid grasp on the site every single round they've completed. They've completed the loop now, by the way, too. Yeah. They've gone for basement at both the upstairs sites. They're right back to basement once again. They do this one more time. They've got that solid 6-0 lead. And LeStream, obviously, is going to be in a very bad position. So let's see what LeStream will change this time for their second attack on the basement.
So Rogue was able to make huge plays that time they played on the site, especially Easily getting a 3K. First on Curry and then the last two to close out the game. But now they have two intel operators that are going to help them out more than ever. Eclipse is going to be on post. It's going to be valuable in calling out a lot of intel, able to use the cardiac sensor, send some heartbeats. But Shuttle finally getting on that Echo. There's going to be no counter unless Hicks throws a lucky EMP to knock out the Yokai drone.
And even then, I think that's only just going to take it out of the sky for a second there. So should still be able to utilize them later on in the round. Regardless, we've got the rest of Rogue still playing, I think, once again to try and go for a little bit of an aggressive hold in the first floor here. Or at very minimum, still trying to play against this vertical game of hide and seek that seems to always be going on inside of the armory room downstairs, with players from LeStream trying to break the floor paneling upstairs in places like kitchen. They're trying to isolate them out. That was actually a huge focal point, was the kitchen drop down and the main stairs. Like you said before, that was where easily was able to find massive impact on the smoke over the last round. This time, though, again, it's going to be Rogue that start out with the first kill advantage. Eclipse finding a nice Nitro cell pickup. They should be able to get that Memorial hatch open. That won't be too much of an issue. Now they need to actually get into the site. This is where they faltered last time.
If you ban IQ, you're going to have to be highly aware that Pulse is going to be utilized more than ever. Eclipse is able to get to C4, which is going to open things up for Rogue. But in blue, that hatch is going to be open. They pinged it. They know that there's somebody up there. We're going to blue stairs. The fight is going to go down, and Vertical is going to be the winner with his engagement against Hicks. So Alfama opened things up to take another look towards blue. So this is going to be the main focus for LeStream at the moment.
Blue hatch is open, but if I remember looking at it correctly, I think there is a yokai drone somewhere near blue hatch that they'll be able to use to try and weigh info. And there you go. I think it was meant to try and stop this hatch from getting blown open, but it does get caught by the Thermite as he pushes forward and tries to move the drone downstairs, since he missed the cue on trying to stop the hatch itself from being blown open. A little bit unfortunate with what transpired there.
Rogue
still can be used later on in the round.
Yeah, LeStream is going to be going in blind right now. The drone play wasn't strong, but Rogue still has Shuttle and Eclipse on their side. But there goes Eclipse. The Pulse is going to be out of play, making it a 4v3. With another engagement, Ace is going to best easily, evening the odds. 30 seconds left to go, so it's all going to come down to this. LeStream, they're moving in closer to the site. Rise is going to be the winner of that. Slash Hug is going to get the refrag.
Slash going to be in a rough position here, though, and ultimately gets peeked out, taken down by Alfama as Rise manages the last frag. And finally, we've got a round on the board for LeStream, and a good one at that, a confident one. The hatch play perfect. They didn't overextend like we saw before as well. They didn't manage to get caught by a player from Rogue getting aggressive as we saw in the last basement attack. This, they'll finally put a point on the board.
I mean, that was actually a major win for LeStream, considering the fact that Rogue had every advantage in regards to operators. You have Echo to Yokais and also Pulse. But LeStream was able to overcome that, go into the site blind, and win out one by one, fragging absolutely out. So the Yokai play, the first one that got shot, I think that was a poor move.
Yeah,
I think that was a poor move because he could have utilized that yokai.
Well, I think that was their biggest miss was possibly, you know, not being able to utilize the yokai properly to be able to stop the hatch from being opened. If they were able to stop Memorial hatch from getting opened, then we could have ended up with a much, I think, closer situation, or the blue hatch at minimum. We could have ended up with a little bit of a closer situation. Memorial hatch still would have been opened ultimately, I do think. There still would have been pressure coming in from there against their Mira uneasily and things like that. But besides that, I mean, still very well played by both teams in that round.
LeStream came in heavy, and utilizing Yokai to disorient that vision would have helped them majorly, because Rogue, they went in with a good 20 seconds left on the clock, not giving them enough time to really back up and catch their breath. So they were in commit mode, and LeStream capitalized. So we're going to send this site right back to cash and CCTV, where Rogue was victorious or defeated on the site. So they can go ahead and extend their lead to 4-1.
Again, we're going to see Yokai getting set up, or Yokai drones are going to get set up, as we won't be in the basement this time. Rogue are going to skip it instead of repeating it once again, and they'll just continue on the loop. They'll go back up the cash room, where again, I think things were a little bit more solid for them for the most part there. Even on the first basement attempt, although it was a solid control by Rogue, it was won mainly because of a nice move by players like Easily that were able to sneak off a 3K there. Overall, LeStream was still kind of on par to actually attack the site appropriately, so things were definitely a little bit more dominant when they played on cash room. That was where things really started to show its one-sided nature.
Ace is pretty much on run-out watch, while Hicks is looking above Corey, and there's going to be a player peeking out. Corey's going to go ahead and get the best of Slash Hug. One player's going to go and retreat to garage, but running out to the right. You see the Yokai drone attached to the roof. That's going to help him out in the 1v1. But Corey, running around Armory Hallway, he's going to try to make his way up.
Already lost one. They don't want to lose a second, but unfortunately it happens regardless. Eclipse is going to get caught on the smoke as well. This is a massive operator to be taking out this early on in the round. We don't have any sign of an execute coming in yet for LeStream, and all three of those Toxic Babes are now going to be gone for the rest of the round, meaning that Rogue can no longer try to play for the timer on delay. As soon as LeStream is ready for the execute, they can go for it.
Yeah. You see the Thermite currently trying to breach this hard wall with a clean look right in the CCTV. Remember, Mira's in place, so running into the site is going to be pretty much a death wish for Rogue. They're going to have to take their time, which they have enough of. But with the pre-frag going through, it's going to be a 2v4 in favor of LeStream. So Rogue, you have Mira, you have Shadow on Echo.
See Hicks as well, waiting for another opportunity to try to take out another player inside of CCTV, but that's been cleared out by Rogue for the most part. They're still trying to play to the inside of Garage, which is going to be a little bit risky for the Echo on Shuttle, because he can't actively control Yokai's, I think, as much as he would like right now. He does have to be very wary of someone still running into Garage, so they don't have the greatest info on LeStream right now. Easily, of course, in a peculiar spot, too. Both players trying to work together to hold the open wall. Easily, he's going to be able to get the first, but the immediate trade rolls in from Hicks. And now it's all going to fall to the Echo to go for the 1v3 clutch. He's got Yokai's, though. I'm not sure if they're aware he's out here. No, they do. The flash corresponds with that. He's got a small opening in the wall, a little bit of spam coming in there for the Bearing 9 to try to find a player. It's not going to work. He's got a long-range duel. Takes a lot of damage from that. Plant going down, whether he realizes or not. And unfortunately, I don't think he has a Yokai close to be able to stop this. It will go down. The benefits of Echo has just drastically decreased. He's going to get picked off by Corey on the next peak. And that's 2 in a row now for LeStream as they've woken up.
The kill hole looking through the wall, he pretty much couldn't go anywhere at all. If he tried to go to the window to jump in, there was a guy crouched right next to the wall that was going to get the easy kill. Also, there was one prone in cash room. They had all lanes covered. So LeStream pretty much making sure that they can get the win as easy as possible. Now, 2-3 against Rogue. They're looking to make a comeback. Rogue, they looked hot at first. Now they're starting to cool down.
It seems like LeStream did a really good job, I think, of punishing the roam game in the very early on in the matchup here, because previously in those first 3 rounds, Rogue was pretty much allowed to do whatever with their roam game, and for the most part, it wasn't being punished. I think the one exception was when they tried to go for that aggressive hold on stocks the first time they held it at CCTV and Cash, and they were kind of punished for that, but they still managed to rebound in the 3v3 because they'd still gotten 2 trades in the process in the early round there. This time, they're not finding as many trades as they would like, and they're still losing those roamers. They're losing a lot more firepower early on in the round, and as a result of that, LeStream's executes are obviously being made a lot easier.
Slash XL utilizing Mirror downstairs over in their armory, but Rogue is going to have Pulse on their end. It's going to be Eclipse once more. We saw him capitalize with a C4 back when he used it 2 rounds ago. Shuttle is going to utilize Echo, still no counter in sight. Les Hicks, those are really good. EMP or Shuttle utilizes that Yokai drone to get shot with a shotgun, trying to drop down the hatch. So, the action phase now starting. LeStream Esports 1 round away from tying things up. Just a reminder, compared to yesterday, this is going to be a best-of-3 single elimination game.
And we've got a pretty strong map for Rogue coming up after this one. Right now, this is LeStream's pick, and following this one, we're going to end up going over towards Border, which is currently statistically Rogue's best map. For the final map as well, we'll end up going to Coastline, which is always a treat, in my opinion. It's definitely one of my favorite maps to cast.
I love watching Coastline.
Yeah, so if we end up on that 3rd map, that is where we'll go. And that'll be the first 3rd map today. I'm actually kind of surprised at how quick some of our series have been going. They're all pretty, epic matchups when you look at it. It's very rare you end up with a bracket that looks this intense, to be honest. And I think we ended up with a real winner here. But unfortunately, some of our teams faltering a little bit. That doesn't mean the maps haven't been close, that's for sure.
I mean, to be fair, Team Liquid, they won a map that wasn't their map pick, and then they went ahead to their map and won that as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Rogue can go ahead and try to maintain a lead and do the same, but LeStream Esports, they're going to have something to say, because that rivalry between NA and EU is definitely alive right now, but Rogue, they're in their hometown. They're not looking to lose right now. They're the only standing North American team left in this tournament.
All right, well, once again, we're back to the basement, of course, and already well into the round, but LeStream is trying to play to that same strategy. A lot of floorboard work being done for the first floor around kitchen area and the main stairs. They just managed to get the memorial hatch open. It looks like they do have, or at least have attempted to try and push some pressure over towards blue hatch 2 from the debris on the floor. I don't know if they fully got it just yet. Interestingly, you'll see Shuttle playing to the inside of the tunnel. It's been completely unutilized by LeStream, so I think it's actually a pretty safe bet to play into there. You're just rolling the dice a little bit if you get caught on cams, of course, but considering you need to blow up the entryway into the tunnel, he'd get plenty of warning before he'd be in any real trouble there.
So like last time, Shuttle, he placed the Yokai drones over near the sites other than roaming around with him. That way, he's keeping them close to home, close to heart. So Eclipse, Pulse play, he's going to be able to utilize cardiac sensor to call out aces and get the kill on his own. But Alfama, he's going to be a little bit aggressive moving down. He's going to clear the way for Rise to move in with Capital.
So Alfama down through hatch. He can support the push from main stairs. In fact, he's going to do one better. He's going to find a pick on the inside of Church. a good start from him. Corey also picking one up. We do see a Yokai drone finding one. It doesn't look like Corey was able to immediately take it out, so it should still be in place somewhere inside of Armory here. But in the meantime, we still have good drone presence from LeStream. This is a large part of how they're able to accomplish such a successful push. There's one drone sitting in the back of Armory that I don't think has been found yet, and you can see that other one rolling around the church as they get further control of it too. Rise with another pick here, closer to the main stairs, finding easily. Rogue's power continues to decrease. An aggressive push from Shuttle. It works out well. He knows the plant's happening too. He's going to be able to pick up 2 more off of that. Massive play from Shuttle. The rounds have been tipped on its heels, and now it all falls to Hicks in a 1v2, 1v1 potentially though, as we do see the Jaeger on the ground.
Okay, Hicks, he's gonna clear the kill on vertical, but aiming down the side, he's able to line the shadow. Hicks clutches it up. LeStream walks away with the win, but the clutch, it looked like it was inevitable. I was waiting for it to happen, but he was able to clutch it out, and Hicks runs away with the kill.
We end up with 2 members of Rogue with their hands on the back of their head there, so definitely a little bit more stress starting to come in for the Rogue roster.
Yeah.
Just off of those hand signals there. We'll see. That's the end of the half, though. Great bounce back by LeStream. They found the issues. They stopped it from happening. Most importantly, they were able to punish the roam game from Rogue, and by the final round, pretty much completely eliminated Rogue and really crawled back into their shell. For the final time, they ended up going on to basement there. And as a result of that, again, LeStream, that incredible 1v2 clutch at the end. They were able to play it back and get the full tie at 3-3 halftime as we're about to switch sides.
That positioning and map awareness was absolutely amazing. The fact that he knew to aim there for the headshot and get the kill. I wonder if there was any drones there to feed him any type of information, but he played it perfectly well.
They did, if you remember correctly. This is Hicks, by the way, man, just pulled off that clutch. Like I said, I don't know if it got killed or not, but at one point in the round, this was right before the exit.
Right before they went in.
They did have a drone right in the back of Armory where he would have been pushing. So.
Oh, okay. So, Hicks, the guy that's going to go ahead and clutch the 1v1. 25 years old from France, been playing Rainbow Six for 3 years. He's going to be the support in-game leader. His nemesis on here says Penta, but right now he's looking to get past Rogue.
Hailing from Lille, I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation. Lille, France.
I would have said Lily.
Lily? That might
I'm
actually
terrible.
Yeah, I don't know any French, so I apologize to anyone out there who speaks French if I just butchered that pronunciation, because I probably did. But it looks like we're getting ready to jump into the second half here, folks, so let's get to it. We've already got a 6-pick utilized. Looks like both teams are actually going to take a 6-pick there, too. An Alibi being 6-picked in, which means we're probably going to see some type of aggressive movement from our new defenders, which is going to be LeStream. Didn't catch the one from Rogue, though, so we'll see that one in a second.
With the Alibi play, utilizing our holograms, are pretty good. You put them behind windows, and if they try to pre-fire through it, which is actually pretty common in Rainbow Six 3, you'll be able to track the players momentarily, and it's going to be a pain to try to get past them. But let's see if it go ahead and works out for Corey. We're going to have Rise is going to be on Echo, and Mirror is going to be in play from Alfama. Ace is going to be the man to watch. He's going to be the roaming Legion, I'm guessing, by the way. But the game is now tied 3-3, as Rogue had a really strong start, but that's been erased. This is pretty much 0-0 at the moment.
It's going to be a very annoying roster to deal with when you look at the defender-operator lineup. You've got Mira, who wasn't banned out. You got to trying to deal with those black mirrors. On top of that, you've got Yokai drones to deal with too. You've got the potential for any snafus that could happen from alibis, clones as well. Which, to be fair, you don't usually see much coming out of that. You pick her more for her own traits and like their weapon and whatnot. The mobility, of course, followed from that. But then you've got Legion in the mix too, which I mean we all know how annoying Legion can be. He pretty much does everything. So this is a really strong defensive operator lineup that's allowed to happen because of the way the bans went.
The operators that they gather can do so much more with intel and just disorienting vision and making things harder. And the Yokai drone, there it is. Standing a player already here in tunnel. Rise. Not sure if he knows the 2 players coming in, but Alfama comes in for the kill while Easily is stunned. But Easy's going to come out on top. As Vertical picks up another kill on Corey. It's going to be 2 down for LeStream. The Mirror and Alibi.
Eclipse's Sludge there is going to have a massive headache in the meanwhile from those Yokai drones, but it doesn't seem to matter. They're still able to hold on, keep all 5 players alive. You can see Hicks tried to make a move outside. Worked out somewhat well for him, but unfortunately he's so far out of position now, and his entire team is getting wiped off the board. On an aggressive push from Rogue, just right in through the tunnels. I think we had a little bit of a push from Blue Stairs or Blue Stairs Hatch as well that was able to make this pinch happen onto the armory site. It's worked out beautifully for Rogue. Not a single player going down as Vertical picks the final kill against Main Stairs.
There was pretty much nothing that LeStream could possibly do. Especially, I felt really bad for Aces. He was in the hallway looking through a kill hole, not looking through armory door, and he was taken out quite easily. So Rogue, they pretty much dotted their I's and crossed their T's and played that round absolutely perfect.
Right, so Rogue bouncing right back into it. Another good start for them. Question is going to be, can they keep it going? Is it going to take as many rounds as it took before for LeStream to find the counter out? We would hope not, as that would put the guys from Rogue way up at 6. But we will see, of course. Remember, it is going to be the defenders, LeStream, that choose the sites we'll be playing on to. So if they see how poorly that went and decide not to want to mess with it again, they could still shift, much like a lot of other teams have been doing, and go right up towards Cash or CTTV. I don't think that's happened, though. You can see right there at the top left. Looks like they still locked in Church and Arsenal for a second attempt.
NA's last chance. Tying things up in the first half of the map so far, moving into the second half. We saw a win go to Rogue. So hopefully they can keep the upper hand. The site's going to be right back down in basement. Church and Arsenal, we already saw this site. Rogue came out on top, destroying LeStream. So choosing this was pretty much a no-brainer. They know that they are on another level. Essentially, when you take a look at last round, hopefully they can keep that up. So LeStream, what are you going to do different here?
Let's see what they will do. And overall, operator lineup does change slightly. So you have, I believe, the Jaeger in play is new from the last round. Besides that, you still have those 3 very annoying operators to deal with. You just don't have the alibi in play anymore, which unfortunately wasn't able to be used that much because of how quick Rogue decided to take their attack. Wasn't that kind of slow lead up. They basically just went right for the tunnels. They had pressure over by Blue Stairs too, and it worked out well.
It's on board with Eclipse. He's bringing out Bug right now. I really love the play of Rogue. He's going to be pretty aggressive here on this attack already in Strip Club. Working his way in. Rogue, pretty aggressive team when they want to. Whenever they want to turn up the notch, they're a pretty scary team. We all saw how aggressive Team Liquid was. Rogue is pretty much the NA version along with Reciprocity. So the gunplay is fun to watch, and let's see if them on attack, which pretty much it helps them out with their nature of play, can outpower this European powerhouse.
A lot of pressure again, of course. Going to be into defending the bar inside of Church. Not sure no presence is able to push through there. Eclipse actually almost accidentally skeleton keying someone. Thrown down below. In fact, he might have actually got a little bit of damage, but that was Aces down below him. You can see he's missing a tick of health now. But not able to, of course, to secure the full kill there. It's a complete accident, ultimately. Rogue are trying a different strat to this one this time. You can see they're doing a little bit more drone work through the oil pit down there. And Blue Stairs, once again, so that might be a big key part of this push.
Rise currently holding down this tunnel with a shotgun. He's going to have the help of a Yokai drone assisted by Higgs, but Higgs is going to go ahead and drone that out momentarily. He's going to see that nobody's there, so moving along. Yeah, play coming in from bar. Also Kitchen. It's going to be shuttling. So slowly but surely, Rogue, they're working their way in. We're now past the 1 minute and 30-second mark.
And still, again, as you'd expect, Rogue, much like how LeStream was doing, is going to try to take, I think, a more traditional route to this. They're trying to play that vertical kill game here, especially in Kitchen. See, they are trying to shoot out a few of those X-Kairos pellets. It's not going to work out too well, though. They need 3 of them in order to blow up the hatch, and they had about 4 or 5 still standing at the end of it. So they're going to be able to work their way through. The thing is, look, Hicks and Corey picking up 2 quick kills when the guys from Rogue finally try to get aggressive, so it seems the slow-paced nature they tried to take on this round is not working at all. LeStream is catching them at every turn right now.
The hatch is being open. Taking out Easy is a big blow for Rogue, but his utility isn't going to be a big use right now. He's done all he could for his role. So LeStream currently being up on defense right now. You hear the Goo mines going off, so that's going to be a big audio cue for LeStream. Pushing down to 35 seconds at the moment. Rogue droning out currently. Make sure that they're aware of where everybody is right now. You have the flash bangs currently going out by shuttle. And any moment now, Rogue, they're ready to run in the site.
See Corey waiting for any drop downs to happen here. We've got the kitchen hatch open finally for these guys to play off of, along with a few other hatches, but they just don't have anyone actually downstairs through main. And unfortunately, as a result of that, any hatch drop is going to lead to disaster, as we see with Alfalma picking up a kill at the end there with a secondary shotgun. Not something you see on the kill feed very often at all. But that's definitely another decisive win coming in for the LeStream rosters. They find an immediate counter to Rogue's aggression from the last round.
It's still a back and forth seesaw battle between both teams. No team really put away at all. No team proved to be better than the other on attack or defense. So Hopefully one of them can pull away quite soon, but this is still going right down to the wire. So this shows that both of these teams are pretty much evenly matched on this map.
Very, very close to it, but you have to remember ultimately that this is the pick from LeStream themselves. So we'd hope they'd go up forward a little bit further here, but obviously with Border being the next pick, I think LeStream should still have good odds to take on the guys from Rogue there too, considering their own results on it. It's the usual move after a basement victory for LeStream. They're going to shift over towards Cache CCTV. And the operator lineup, it seems, is going to adjust once again slightly with that. A Bandit coming into the picture. They do decide to use the Echo up here, by the way. This is something that Rogue decided to stay away from on both of the upstairs sites, except for, I think, one occasion where they used it on Cache. So LeStream is immediately bringing the Echo to the table this time as they shift over towards the upstairs sites.
The Echo play really has been way too effective. Yes, Yokai has its oriented vision of a few players, but still the players who had the vision that was pretty screwed up, they're still able to win their gunfight and tunnel, I believe, back down the basement sites. So moving into this phase, LeStream Esport, they've been fighting from behind this entire time on their own map. I would love to see them grab control of this for once.
Got a good chance to do so now that Rogue gets slowed down their attack. It's going to be interesting to see if they try to take the same type of formula to this round, or if, again, they're going to try to go for something quick. It's pretty difficult, in my opinion, to do something relatively quick on this site, unless, I mean, well, it might not be, because I remember the Thatcher's still left in play, too, as we've traditionally seen him banned out more recently. But with him in play, they could move a little bit quicker if they wanted to try and go for a bit of a rush play onto the side wall right here. Big issue is getting a second angle into this. You either have to take construction control, which there's always the possibility for LeStream to be lurking there over towards bedroom or something like that. I think they do have a Yokai position in that spot instead of having players actively defending it, which means if Rogue does try to go for bedroom control, at minimum, LeStream's going to know what's happening, assuming they're checking their cameras appropriately, and at worst, they're going to be able to stun them on the way in, and someone holding just on the other side, looks like Alfama's going to be the player, can do some serious damage if he catches them trying to move into the site.
Slashhug is with Capital over by the back of bottom garage, and he's trying to utilize the bolts to stop the bandit trick from happening. I'm not sure if the bolts were able to hit the right spot, but that's what he has been working on so far. But Corey's still holding down top garage. He's not getting any action right now, but Capital rotating around, and the thermite, exothermic charge finally going up. CCTV area will be open. Granting a few sight lines going into the bomb site. Easily he's going to back up off the balcony. He's going to drop the diffuser, so that means that Rogue now has a line of sight, and they're looking to make their push with a minute and 20 seconds left. But first, they're still going to take it a little bit slower, see if they can get a pick. Move in to get the site.
Still got a minute and 10 seconds left, so they're not pressured for time. Like I said, they've already got the sidewall open, so they're not really pressured in that respect. It's about finding that second angle, hopefully they're going to have to use, instead of kind of pinning themselves into a push coming only from the sidewall, which is where it's going to get a lot more dangerous. Yokai still in the garage, along with having one down in the bar in case they try to go for that Cache stairs push as well, but it's easily that's going to be able to strike first for LeStream. Manages to do that for the thermite, so I imagine managed to catch Hicks through the open wall. Slashhug's going to be able to find one inside of garage too. It seems like they may have found that second angle, but hold on, it's not done just yet. Rise gets the double kill, manages to take out Slash along with the clips, I believe, as well from Rogue to take him down. And just like that, we're even again into a 3v3, and Rogue do not have a whole lot of time to sit back and think about how to adjust on this. They've got to go now. They've only got 25 seconds left.
The Roman Jaeger was able to make a beautiful play. So now we're going to even the odds. 20 seconds left to go with LeStream. They're going to have to stop this push coming in from Rogue. You have easily currently moving into CCTV. You have some gunfire holding him back momentarily. Coming in from Cash Room, he's going to pre-fire the wall. Aiming to the right. Aces gets the headshot. Vertical and shuttle gets the kill. One apiece. 4 seconds left to go. It's going to be all up to Alfama. It's going to be the Echo player. No time to use the Yokai drone. Rogue, they're going to go ahead and win round 9.
Very dangerous right at the end there, too. Rogue accidentally split their players up without realizing it. It was actually a very smart play from the last man alive on LeStream. He knew if he was able to stop the diffuser because of the time, he wouldn't even have to worry about the second player, so tried to go right for the player holding the diffuser. Unfortunately, lost that critical 1v1, and as a result of that, ended up dropping the round still. It goes over to Rogue. They push up on 5 now, still with the lead in their favor.
The 2K coming from LeStream almost tilted the round on their side, but it all came down to the very last push, then the last 20 seconds. LeStream, they came out on top. Excuse me, Rogue came out on top, but it's going to be all about how LeStream can battle back. The hometown team looking to take map number 1. But Slashhug, Spencer Oliver, 21 years old. 21. I had no idea. The guy's been playing for 4 years, and he's been absolutely dominant. His nemesis is going to be Nora Rango, and he is the IGL for Rogue.
Of course, his favorite esports moment was back in the 2017 Invitational Finals. It's a fond memory for him. And we'll see more of that being claimed here if they can punch their ticket over towards Rally by making their position known all the way to the finals. Also, most notably, of course, if they take LeStream out in this series, right? It's now again the winner of this tournament that also gets the Rally ticket, which makes things obviously a bit more exciting in itself.
Oh, seriously? Did Rogue qualify yet?
No, they've not.
No, they didn't. So this means everything to Rogue is
It was only it was like Dark Zero and LeStream. The only two teams here that have a spot already.
Right, so the other minors that invite you over to the major, I mean, they're overseas, it's rough. Rogue, they're in their backyard right now. This is their best chance to do it. The only remaining NA team, they're looking to really punch a ticket to get there. Rogue, very inconsistent online. On land, they've proven to be pretty much a powerhouse team. Up 5-4 against LeStream. See if they go ahead and rack up another win.
All right, so Rogue ahead, although a little bit more inconsistently now than we had seen in the past. But for the guys on LeStream, again, instead of sticking with Cash and CCTV, to be fair, it was relatively one-sided for Rogue when it came down to the execute. So they're going to choose not to stick with it, move over to the other side of the building before they get a chance to play into basement again in the next round.
Moving slowly but surely. Still pretty much drone phase part 2.
Yeah.
Rogue, they're seeing the best way to attack.
Especially on upstairs sites, generally speaking, attackers are going to play this a lot slower. You do have a risk of just getting absolutely cornered by roamers if you try to go downstairs and play it from there. So I think most attacker teams try to keep it safe and keep the play upstairs.
No,
Alfama, what was that?
What?
Jumps out the window, finds Slash, and eclipse with the secondary shotgun. Beautiful work from Alfama.
The mirror jump out. Able to get to 2K, but easily. Throughout that 2K, he's able to open up this wall here on this balcony. So that's going to make things quite easier to get into master bedroom and try to acquire the site. But still, a huge play from Alfama. That opened things up greatly for LeStream. Now with the mirror in play, Shuttle's going to go ahead and throw some of those charges over there to get rid of that window. Let's see if that's going to be a success. You still have a player holding down Cash.
It's all very quiet now here, even with Rogue having the side doors open. They've got a lot more work to do to get themselves access to this site, especially in a 3v5. You can see you still have the bathroom walls to reinforce as well. And it's going to be pretty difficult to break through them, especially with your diffuser going down to the ground, easily being the most recent drop. We've got Shuttle, who's probably going to have to go down and retrieve it, but even that's difficult. You've got this hatch open, or this sidewall, excuse me, is open. And if he tries to drop down directly there, yeah, that's going to happen. He's going to immediately go down. It's all on Vert now. He's not even going for the diffuser. I think he's just going to try to DM his way out of this round here, but odds are not going to look too great on that. So no surprise, he'll go down, and it's LeStream battling right back to tie us up again.
Corey definitely shined in that round, but all props are going to go to my man Alfama. The fact that he jumped out with that mirror, got the 2K, was impressive, man. That turned the entire round around for LeStream. That pretty much secured them the victory. Taking out two very important operators for Rogue. So on attack, Rogue got caught with their pants out, and LeStream was successful for it.
There we go. We got our audience starting to show up now that it's getting further into the weekend. Thanks very much, guys, for coming out here today. You get to see some nice matches. You get to see the home team here. Team USA themselves hailing from Vegas. Rogue still looking to punch their ticket through into the semifinals tomorrow. And they're the last North American team in this tournament with the capability to do so after the elimination of SSG in the last match.
Blue, aren't you from Vegas as well?
Not originally.
Not originally, but you live in Vegas, right?
Yeah, for like 9 months.
So is that why you're kind of going for Rogue, like the hometown team, or is it just?
No, I legitimately think that they're going to win this series. So that's part of it, of course, but.
All right, we'll see. I don't know, man. It's pretty interesting. Whenever NA gets to the the nitty-gritty at the end of these tournaments, they always seem to fall short. I'm just waiting for that day to come. It's NA's day, but LeStream being from Europe, they've experienced a ton of victories within the last few majors. So, I mean, history is pretty much on their side if they can hold things out for their country. Pitch is out already, so LeStream being in here, they're one of the better European teams out there.
At least when it comes to online results, that was the key point that I think Stokes and I were trying to make, is that they have failed multiple times now to accomplish a very high-placing finish at a LAN, and that is what they're looking to do here. Already making it to the quarterfinals is some good stuff for them, but now the question is, can they keep it going all the way to a final spot, as I think a lot of people were predicting that they would hopefully be able to achieve here.
Well, it's tied 5-5 right now, so it's pretty much any man's game. So once more, Rogue on attack. Gonna have Sophia play. You're going to have double breach setup. You're going to have Thermite and also Hibana. Let's go ahead and see how that strategy is going to pay off. Yokai Jones going to be in play along with Himira and Aces once more. He's going to be a very dependable player as a roaming Legion. He went pretty big yesterday. LeStream being 3-2 right now, going against an undefeated Rogue. This is their biggest challenge yet.
We haven't got Rogue, of course, taking their time with things. Still actually droning out the upstairs quite a bit. It seems that like that's going to be their initial point of contact. Potentially a little bit worried about what might be lurking downstairs. And you've also got players like Corey still holding over there towards master bedroom. Hicks, I think, is in construction, too, if I'm looking at it right. So Rogue actually have a decent amount of clearing to do. And I think they realize that that's the good news. Hopefully they won't be stressed for time too much. It's more about how they're going to be able to force these fights against LeStream.
I'm saying the distance they are away from the bomb sites. I mean, the time is going to be essential. It's going to be vital because right now we're at 1 minute and 34 seconds and nobody's been taken off the map yet.
Side of that, or someone's got to be permanent flank watch when they go in. And that's not necessarily an easy task to accomplish when you have to deal with the execute on top of someone potentially dropping on your head in the middle of the attack. So they're really trying their best to force. I believe it's the mute sitting on the other side of the wall there. Or
with a shotgun.
Yeah. The mute sitting on the other side of the wall there. Hicks is going to be their prime focus to try and take out, but he is just not giving them anything on Rogue's side. He's done a great job, and he's doing a great job of literally doing nothing except just sitting in the corner. He's going to take a bit of action right there, tries to get a better angle, but will go down to Eclipse. The good news is, though, he's still wasted a good like 40 seconds or more with the members of Rogue having to play around inside a cash room, so he's still done his job pretty well.
Yeah, so as a roamer, I mean, you don't even have to get kills to be a successful roamer. As long as you can burn so much time away from the attacking team, I mean, that's pretty much a win in my book. He switched away from the shotgun, put on his SMG, and you know, the fight didn't go in his favor. Maybe if he had the shotgun now, could have got a one-shot. So 35 seconds left to go on the clock. Now the hatches are being opened, and Rogue, they're going to be on the attack. They've got some flashbangs, trying to clear out the side a little bit, disorient some vision. But Shadow, he's going to team up with Vertical right here above this hatch. Vertical's going to jump down. Shadow jumping down right behind him momentarily, currently watching over his head.
This is dangerous, dropping in the hatches.
They
as far as I can tell, they don't have main stairs control either. They need that to support their push. Yokai drones are going to punch them. 10 seconds left. They haven't even entered a site yet, as far as I can tell. They're still at the borders of it, trying to work their way in. Alfama crushes one. Ace is Alfama again. It's all gone so terribly wrong for Rogue. They get absolutely crushed, trying to force the execute at low timer. And again, you've got to give credit to Hicks for wasting all that time upstairs to make that execute so poor from Rogue at the end of the round.
Was that a perfect round?
I think so.
That was a
pretty
perfect
much.
round.
Minus Hicks, of course, dying.
Oh yeah, Hicks died, but Hicks, he was somebody that you have to think if you're on the stream. The fact that he burned off so much time on the other side of Eclipse over in Cash Room. I mean, think about it. He could have been with his teammates trying to get in the site if he was able to get that kill easily, but Hicks did a great job, as you said, doing a lot of nothing, just staying alive. Yeah. Just be annoying.
So great stuff off of that. And once again, we're going to see the players from LeStream actually push forward now off of that win. If I recall correctly, this is the first time that they'll have had a lead throughout this entire map so far. And it's on map point, too. This is their chance to solidify a lead, especially going into Border next, which is a strong-suited map for Rogue, and it's their pick.
So Rogue started off extremely hot. Cool down a little bit. It's been a back and forth on the stream. Finally takes the lead. It's going to be match point. With one more round, they're going to move into map number 2, where they can easily close out the series. But it's going to be all about execution. We've seen comebacks happen before. So this isn't all in the bag for the stream at this very moment. The Europeans are going to have to fight hard. And take a look at the operators that they have. Kaid is going to be controlled by Hicks. You have Echo and Legion once more. Pretty much the same lineup that we've seen round and round again, with a little change here and there. They feel comfortable on defense at the moment.
We've had Hicks hopping around a little bit. Of course, he was on the mute last round. He's now gone back to the Kaid. But it's a pretty unique play from him. It was more so in the basement, so you're probably not going to see too much of it here on an upstairs site. But he was doing some unique. We're trying to double electro claw certain hatches. Problem is, one, it was too loud, I think, when he attempted to do it, and it also took way too much, active attention away from being able to watch any other angle or anything like that. So didn't end up working too well, but still, it's good to see players trying to experiment with this in a live tournament a little bit more.
That's a slang factor. Kaid is definitely a powerhouse. With the TCSG, you get hit one time, it's going to take away about 70 health. So, you don't want to be caught in those line of sights. But the downfall of that as well is a single-shot weapon. This is pretty much a big trade-off. Coming down towards 2 minutes, you see easily primed with Thermite. Once you get through this wall, it's going to wait momentarily for the bandit tracking battle to end. Vertical's right above him. They're seeing if the bandits, excuse me, the kite is going to come into play.
Trying to, I think, as well for a little bit of intel here to make sure that they play off of this and actually are able to get through the wall correctly. Now, the Kaid, of course, since there is a lack of a fan that is going to be the only one that's able to stop this, he's nowhere near the wall as it goes off, so they're not really going to attempt to stop the trick, and actually easily just says hello to Corey as the wall opens up. A good quick goodbye as well as he finds that frag out in the garage relatively easily.
That's interesting. The fact that Kaid was able to stop that, knowing that they were trying to get in there. But a bit of a pre-fire coming in towards the A site. Seeing if he could try to pick up a kill or two. Little wall bang. By hard breaching another door down in the backside of the garage, you're going to have another way of entry. The little drone work is going to help them out, but the drone was shot down immediately by LeStream. LeStream down one player, now reaching down to the 1 minute mark in about 10 more seconds. Down one player, not going to mean much right now, but LeStream looking to win this map.
Of course, Rogue looking to prevent that and take us into overtime. They found that first good kill so far. They do have, you know, the makings of an actual execute happening here. This is what I talked before. This was their issue when they tried to attack this before, was they didn't really have a secondary angle to push it. They had no problem getting the main sidewall and CCTV opened up, but it was their positioning and trying to actually push in through like a side window or trying to get stairs control or in garage or something similar to that. That was their problem. This time, they're not really dealing with it. They've already got good access to garage. They've got the sidewall open. They should be able to have a multifaceted push and get access to this site relatively easily. However, you can see that Yokai drone still sitting in the back, providing a lot of intel to the guys on the stream, first of all, and the capability to try and stop some of these executes. Walls blasted open. They aren't able to stop that. They've got a lot of POV to use on the inside of CCTV, so they should be good to go for the plant. And there you go. There's Rogue starting it off with their first kill against Aces and their first attempt at a plant.
Oh yeah, they're completely surrounded with garage control belonging all to Rogue. You're going to have Cash Room being bombarded by Rogue as well. You have Alfama left alive, able to pick up 1 kill by Vertical, but is that going to be enough? It's going to be a 1v4. The diffuser's going down in 3 seconds. That's going to be it right in the nick of time. The diffuser has been planted. He missed.
He couldn't find it. It wasn't his point of view. He just took a shot.
He tried it.
So Alfama's not going to be left alone. 1v4 as well. Easily, I think, is down right now. So at least they don't have to worry about him. Second player as well, nearly taken. Oh, wow. That's some picks right there from Alfama. Nicely found. Takes out Eclipse. He's going to check the outside balcony real quick just to make sure no one's in position there. He's got 1 player down on the ground here. Another player's already been eliminated, of course, on the 1v4 situation. There you go. There's the confirmation on the next one. It's going to be really difficult from this point forward, though. He's already used half the time on the diffuser. He's found himself in red stairs without even realizing it. Tries to back out. He's checking everywhere, but he can't find them. They're outside the other window. They're in construction, and ultimately he just peeks the window. Shuttle takes him out. Rogue's taking this to OT.
All right, taking it to overtime. Rogue looked like they were going to lose this map, but then they fight back. A little back and forth battle, and now we're going to find ourselves in overtime. But the clutch wasn't made by Alfama, so let's see how this goes.
It's looking like LeStream, by the way, when we do get into our overtime. LeStream's going to be starting out on defense once again. Rogue will stay on the attack.
So it's pretty unfortunate because if the Yokai drone had better placement, Alfama could have clutched this entire round.
Yeah, I mean, the really open floor plan that Rogue went to go for there on blasting the walls open from garage and the sidewall actually could have come back to bite them. And you saw as well, Alfama was actually almost able to win the round on his own with the first stoppage of the planter that he managed to find from downstairs. Thankfully, there was a quick trade on that. He actually goes down to a sledgehammer if you guys caught that in the kill feed, which is always fun to see. But ultimately, they were given the position needed, I think, further back in cash room in order to get that plant, and that eliminated the possibility for the Yokai drone to stop it.
All right, here we are in overtime, 6-6. Rogue's map pick, correct? LeStream's map pick. Let's see if they can go ahead and win the map that they wound up choosing. Just a reminder, the Swiss format was shown yesterday. We had a bunch of best of ones. This is going to be a best of 3 single elimination bracket with top 8 teams. So a few games go down today. Team Liquid being one of the teams that advanced, and Rogue was left all alone as the only representative of North America. But Aces, going down the Yokai drone. I believe he's going to keep it over in blue. He's going to keep great intel over there. And here we go. So, Alfama, he's going to be on mirror. Kaid is going to be in play as well, but Smoke is going to be extremely important from Rise. Let's see how Rogue's going to go ahead and try to attack this site once more. They've had pretty much a lot of success, in my opinion.
Now it's going to be time to see how they can build upon this success. Obviously, basement they were having some problems with before. The main issue is that they have no problem breaching the hatches. They're okay to play that, that upstairs downstairs game. They've got a pretty good track record actually with opening up the hatches. LeStream is not really trying to prevent it or trick anything too much here, so they don't have to worry about it. The issue, though, is that they're really struggling with trying to get any stairs control, whether it's blue or main stairs, and that's their problem, is that it takes the timer so low, either because a roamer upstairs is able to distract them, or they take so much time to get the hatch open, they don't have time to play around with the stairs, force out the defenders, and actually get an angle they can use to allow their teammates to come down the hatches safely. And as a result of that, we have had situations that, like what happened on the last round, where they just only had 15, 20 seconds left. They had to force everybody down a hatch into a rushed execute, which went 5 kills straight. Not a single trade in the midst of that for the guys from LeStream.
Feeling pretty comfortable seeing Eclipse on Buck. We all know that he's great at fragging out, utilize the skeleton keys and also that amazing gun that he wields, but someone is going to have to go big for Rogue if they want to go ahead and win this overtime for them. On the other end, we've seen a lot from Aces historically. Aces still has a chance to step up big and make a huge difference for his team. He's pretty much a standout player. But Rise, Hicks, and the rest of them, they've been doing pretty well, and Rise is going to be the first to fall, so you're going to take out Smoke, one of the strongest anchors that are currently on your team.
It's going to be Eclipse able to find it, playing that floor game. So good start from him. You can see they can open up the side wall now since it hasn't been reinforced, and that's where the main stairs control is going to start to become a worry, more so for LeStream than for Rogue, as they've got it pretty well locked down. It's the players inside of Church and Memorial that are going to be the biggest thorns in the side of Rogue here now as they try to get access to these stairs. They're putting some drone runs. Oh, this could be a great opportunity for Easily. Oh. No, he still got it. Whoever it is on the other side, I believe it's the Mira, is actually giving him an opportunity. Another one! What? Stop peeking it! Alfama nearly losing his life 3 times in a row. But at the end of the day, Corey is able to successfully knock out Vertical as they do find the trade into a 4v4. Alfama sneaking back in, picks up another one. He's got that shoddy in hand once again. He's going to go for another pickup. He almost gets it too. Manages to down the buck from Rogue. That's Eclipse on the ground. Shuttle's also incredibly low. Some great work being done by LeStream to try and stem the tide, force them back, stop this execute from happening. Eclipse is in a terrible position. He probably can't get rezzed right now. There's too much presence in the back, so it's really just down to Shuttle and Slash. Eclipse can provide a little bit of infill from down there, yes, but hopes of getting back up are few and far between. Let's see the drop in, and as well, you've got the Yokai drones to stop this. Hicks and Corey both picking up frags. One man left alive. It's Slash. He trades it back, yes, but he's got a 1v2, and he's got less than 10 seconds to get it done now. Diffuser also on the ground. Hard pings are coming in. It's going to make Slash panic. It's going to make him make a mistake, and ultimately into this pistol in just a second. Hicks will shut it down. It's LeStream shooting ahead up to map point first.
That was extremely unfortunate. The fact that Rogue was taking their time after that huge engagement where the refacts were coming through, they knew that both players had to jump down the hatch from Kitchen. They had enough time to go ahead and get the Yokai drone in place to go ahead and stun them. Once the 2 players dropped down, it was easy hunting for LeStream. They were able to pick up the kills one by one. But the Yokai play once again helped LeStream come above, and with IQ being banned, Echo has been king.
Especially in these kind of last second, sub 20-second executes where teams don't really have time on the attack to spend time looking around the roof for a semi-visible object or something like that to attempt to stop it. And you generally are not going to have time to do something like that anyway. So you basically just have to take the Yokai drone shots as they come and try to deal with it then. So we've had this kind of strange ban phase as we've seen the meta shifting slowly. It started with Team 1 banning out IQ, and now we've seen it evolve further. The IQ combined with the Valkyrie ban as well, just to try and make sure that those cameras aren't also incredibly useful for the defending team.
So we're going to swap sides here in overtime. Rogue, they're currently going to be on defense. LeStream, Esports, they're going to be on attack. But mirror in play has pretty much been a staple so far on this map. The Echo has been utilized prominently here. Kite in play once again, but Easily is going to use Smoke. So hopefully Easily can do what LeStream didn't do. With Smoke going down, that was a big blow towards LeStream. You were able to come back from it and win. But imagine if you have to use those toxic canisters to really burn some time for your teammates to stop plans. You don't want to go down that early when you're a strong anchor operator. Moving in here, let's see if Rogue can even the odds. Rise on Capital is going to be vital when it comes to coming into the basement, especially Armory. But the kitchen play is going to be interesting. It's pretty much a back and forth battle when it comes to trying to get rid of the hatch.
So things are going to go relatively quiet here at the start of the round. We still have LeStream, of course, doing a decent amount of drone work, and well, we're still doing some redecorating downstairs as well. So we've got a bit more time to repair since we do the more passive play. Shuttle, and meanwhile, I was hoping we see some type of a window jumping from these guys over here towards the blue stairs. It's a 2-man hold on blue stairs, in fact, and From the looks of the initial push from LeStream, it's very likely they actually get a fight here. So.
Take a look at that. Player just ran right back down the booth. He was able to peek up after coming up those stairs. Probably would have had a pick or two, maybe a battle interaction, but he's going to go ahead and retreat. So that battle isn't going to happen this time around. A minute and 55 seconds left to go. All players, all their HP in hand. No mass, going to shoot those air jabs. Stop any type of run out coming from Rogue.
And this was a big issue in regulation too, most notably on the very first round when we had easily able to run out as smoke because he noticed the buck play trying to shoddy open the sidewalls inside of Armory. So we assumed there was going to be a main stairs push and do that. So if he attempts to do something like that this time, he's immediately going to get stopped. I'm pretty sure it's completely uncounterable, the air jab that's currently positioned on the outside of those main stairs. There's no way for him to stop it without getting shot by it first.
Exactly. So EMP is going down. Bonish, she's going to place her charges. Going into the A site. It's going to be fine. I don't know if they ever counteracted or not. You have kitchen play coming from LeStream Esport. Still a minute left to go. A lot of time left on the clock. Pretty sure Shuttle still has both of his yokai drones, so let's see within the final minute if LeStream can go ahead and make this happen. Drop it down the hat. It's going to be Alfama. He's going to be the first to go with Thermite. 5.56, really strong gun. Smoke grenades coming out. It's going to help him out. Going to take away some of the visibility. We're peeking through. He's going to get challenged. Corey, he's going to go ahead and take Slashback out the game. It's going to be +1 for the LeStream Esport. The Yokai Joe was unable to get stun on Alfama. Easily another shotgun kill. And there you have it. The plant went down.
Plant's going to end up going onto the ground. This great usage of the Capital utility there. They use these fixation bolts to burn the players, that burn the defenders outside of the room, and on top of that, smokes in order to obscure it. LeStream getting it done, though. Aces cleaning up shop at the end of the round. Perfect stuff from LeStream, and with that, I believe they're going to be able to control map number 1.
It is pretty interesting.